Welcome back to another deck profile video. In today's video we are covering the deck of the moment, which are that of the Royal Knights. This is not my own profile build, this is a friend of mine. His name's Apia. Thank you very much for providing us with the build and allowing me to show this off. This deck recently topped one of our local scenes recently, and as such he's given me permission to share his profile. So here we go. Digi-Eggs, King Drazel, 4-of. Breeding effects, all of your Digimon can't Digivolve. When a Royal Knight trait Digimon would be played, you can reduce the play cost by 4, and then reduce it for a further 1 for each of this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Start of main effect, reveal the top card of your Digi-Egg deck, then place that card and all of your Royal Knight trait Digimon as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. Inherited effect, when an option card with the Royal Knight trait is placed in the battle area, gain 1 memory. So, no rookies in this deck. We are literally starting with champions and then moving on to megas. So, the first 3-of that Apia runs is that of Magnamon from BT13. It has blocker. Its all turns effect is whenever it would leave the battle area, you can draw 1 card. The second half of the effect essentially allows you to play out a VMon from your hand or from its Digivolution cards. However, that effect you're never going to be using in this deck. The next set of champions that we're running is Omegamon from BT13. It's a 4-of. On play, you draw 1 card. And then its on deletion effect is place 1 Digimon with the Royal Knight trait from your hand as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your King Drazels in the breeding area. Obviously, it's a very good effect if it is being deleted. However, obviously, to get around this, you would need to bounce or remove it in other means. And in regards to our last set of champions, we're running the new Omegamon from BT20. It comes with blocker. Its on play is if you have 1 or fewer security cards, this Digimon may Digivolve into an Omnimon X antibody in hand, ignoring its Digivolution requirements and without paying the cost. Its on deletion effect is you may place this card as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your King Drazels in the breeding area. It's inherited when your security stack is removed from. By suspending this Digimon, you can play an Omegamon from its Digivolution cards into the play area. Now we move on to our megas. So the first one, we've got Old Force Feedramon. On play when Digivolving, for each of your Digimon with the Royal Knight trait and each of your Tamers, trash the top 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Your turn effect, once per turn. When you play a Digimon with the Royal Knight trait or a blue Tamer, return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards back to the hand. The second Digimon in this case is Leopardmon from BT13 as well. When Digivolving and main effects, once per turn, you may play 1 green or Royal Knight trait Digimon card from your hand for the cost. When it would be played by the effect, you can reduce its play cost by 4. Its all turns effect is when you play another Digimon, all of your green and /or Royal Knight trait Digimon gain blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. So you've got 2 very good defensive cards here, just generally. Next up we have Craniamon and Lord Nightmon. So Crania, or Crania, is blocker. On play when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn. This Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon. Its end of opponent's turn effect is choose 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Your Digimon attacks with that chosen Digimon. Lord Nightmon. On play and when Digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Opponent's turn, once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon attack, you may change the attack target to 1 of your Digimon with the Royal Knight trait. So 2 very good defensive cards in general, one obviously being unaffected by Digimon effects, the other one being able to redirect targets so long as it remains in play. So yeah, these 2 can be a rather tough combo if you have them. Next up, we run 3 Gankumons from BT13. It's a blocker. On play when Digivolving, not once per turn, without paying the cost. You may play 1 Digimon card with Systemon in its name from your trash or 1 Digimon with the Royal Knight trait from the Digivolution cards of your Digimon in the breeding area. This effect can't play Omnimon or Gankumon. But yeah, good 3-of, just to spawn out bodies. Next up we have a 4-of In this case, it's pretty much for its searching capability. So on play, when Digivolving, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add cards with either Lucamon in the name or the Royal Knight trait among them to your hand, and then you trash the rest. Your turn effect: when you play another Digimon with Lucamon in name or Royal Knight trait, delete all of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. This card went really well against Imperial Dramon. Obviously, after partition takes place, then removing those level 4 bodies. The next 2 off we have are Jesmons. So one from BT13, one from BT20. The BT13 versions on play when Digivolving, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon so that their DP total up to 6,000 and delete them. For each of your other Digimon, you add 2,000 to the maximum of that effect. Its all turns is if for each of your other Digimon and Systemon in its name or the Royal Knight trait, all of your Digimon gets an additional 1,000 DP. The second Jesmon from BT20 is an on play when Digivolving. You may play out a token which has reboot, blocker, decoy. It's your turn once per turn, but when any of your Digimon are played, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less, and then one of your Digimon may attack. So say somewhat pseudo blitz, however you would need rush in order to do the on play, unless you have another Digimon already out in play. The next 2 of that we're running is both Alphamon and Gallantmon. So Alphamon, barrier. On play when Digivolving, you recover +1. Then if during an attack, one of your Digimon in the breeding area may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Chronicle trait Digimon card from the hand or trash without paying the cost. Its all turns is once per turn, but when security stacks are removed from one of your opponent's Digimon, gets minus 8,000 for the turn. It's inherited whenever it would leave the battle area, other than by your effects. If this Digimon is Alphamon Uruken, by trashing your top security stack, it doesn't leave. Gallantmon in this case has Rush. It's on play when Digivolving. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. If no Digimon was targeted, you can then delete one of their Digimon with 13,000 DP or more, and you can reduce the play cost by 2 for every 5 cards in both players' trash. So, 2 of Alphamon Ace. So, on play when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 15,000 DP for the turn. If you were to DNA Digivolve, you would trash the top card of your opponent's security stack and recover +1. All turns, once per turn, when a security stack is removed from, you gain free memory. You're never using the DNA effect for this particular deck. However, the first effect is very strong, as is the all turns effect. Moving on to the boss monster now, so the level 7 Omnimon from BT13. Essentially on play and when Digivolving, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon, or you can play one of each Digimon with a Royal Knight trait with different names that would be under one of your Digimon in the breeding area without paying the costs. When a Digimon is played by the effect, you can trash your Digimon in the breeding area to give all of your Digimon rush for the turn. This is essentially the OTK card. Next up, we have 3 of the new Omnimon X antibodies. So it comes with Raid, Piercing, and Blocker. On play when Digivolving, if Omnimon or X antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, you can choose one of both players' Digimon and delete all the other Digimon. Then you would return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. End of turn, once per turn, one of your Digimon may gain Rush, and without suspending, you may attack. It's a crazy card, definitely goes for that end game killer. Tamer wise, we go 4 Cool Boys, nothing else. So your turn, when your Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Royal Knight trait, you can suspend this Tamer to draw 1 card and gain 1 memory. Opponent's turn once per turn. When any of your Digimon with the Royal Knight trait would leave the battle area, you may play 1 Omegamon from your hand without paying the cost. This is just a solid card, just generally for this deck. Next up, Royal Knights of the Purge. So we run 4 of. Main effect, draw 1 card, then place 1 Digimon card from your hand as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your King Drazels in the breeding area, then place this in the battle area. Main effect, delay, play 1 Royal Knight trait Digimon from the Digivolution cards of your Digimon in the breeding area without paying the cost. So on play, effects of that Digimon don't activate, and that Digimon will gain Rush for the turn. Security effects, you simply place this card in the battle area. Last but not least, we have the Last Guardian, no pun intended. So reveal the top 3 cards of the deck. Add 1 Callboy and 1 card with the Royal Knight or X antibody trait among them to your hand. Bottom deck the rest, then place this card in the battle area. All turns, when one of your Omnimon would leave the battle area, you can activate Delay, which essentially just means one of those Digimon don't leave. Security effect wise, you may play an Omacamon and Callboy, or Callboy from your hand or trash without paying the cost, and place this card in the battle area. Profile is on the screen now. A huge thank you to Apia for allowing me to showcase this on his behalf. It's a very good deck, and it naturally has a very good pilot running the deck. So yeah, thank you very much for letting me do this. For all you tamers out there, you know what to do with the deck. Tweak it, build your own, have fun with it is the main thing. But as always, thank you for watching the videos. Leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.